Welcome to the Exposer. So recently, Toby Adeboyega decided to launch some sort of podcast, which he calls Wisdom Wednesday. So we're assuming every Wednesday he'll be dropping that, where he gives advice on how people should do certain things, whether it's how to do businesses or how to be a leader, just different sort of advices. Now, in his latest video, he spoke about something very, very important, which you guys must know. And he said this month, he used the word only 40 people will give because he just turned 40. Again, another sign of cultism there. But he said, the most important thing about that is anyone who went to SPAC Nation or anyone who has watched the exposing of SPAC Nation will understand that whenever Toby says a small amount of people will only give, it means that those 40 people were having an astronomical target to give. Meaning, for example, if Toby's congregation has 500 people, he may say that I only want 100 people to give. And those 100 people will be given a large target. So each 100 person can get told that this month their target is five grand each. And under these people, he will tell them that there's ways of raising the target. And that's by maybe getting 5 or 10 people under you to help you raise your target. And this month he said 40. Meaning that 40, once, again, he said because he just turned 40. And he felt that that's the number he should use for this month. Meaning that the sum or the target he's given each member must be a very, very unrealistic target to get, which makes these SPAC Nation pastors get going with the cunning lifestyle. Now we have a guy that we exposed recently for exploiting and for also entertaining conversation with minors online, in Armstrong Martin, who put this on his Instagram story. So you saw what he wrote. I'm raising 40k for something. DM for contribution details. We are quite shocked at the fact that Armstrong, after being exposed for financially exploiting a young woman, and also being exposed recently for speaking to minors on social media and engaging in friendship with them, will come up and say such thing. Now that tells us everything we need to know, that this is definitely the target that's been given to him and his group. So I believe Toby mentioned he only wants 40 people to give, and that knowing how Toby operates, I'm sure he separated them in groups of possibly 5s or 10s and probably gave each group a 40k target to raise for each group. Which again, we said, every time he limits the group to giving, he actually gives them a bigger target. That's how this guy operates. And you can see the immense pressure that a lot of the people under him are in. And this is why they engage into cunning activities, because the target he gives them are very unrealistic. He doesn't even know how they will get that money, but he expects them to get it. Because 40k is not a sum which you can just raise easily. And the only way to raise 40k is by getting money from other people. That's the only way. Because none of their jobs gives them that amount. So it's very unrealistic. So this is what Toby's been doing recently in his Wisdom Wednesday. He tried to say it in the code so that people wouldn't get it. And he said it towards the end of his video. Again, because he's not smart enough to understand that some people may actually watch the whole video. He tends to think because his videos are so long, no one will pick up some of the things that he says. So this is what he's doing. He's actually getting his SPAC members to do what they've always done, which is raise unrealistic amount of money.